Alright, so I'm here to tell you the story about Finn the human. I remember the last time we talked about Marceline and Princess Bubblegum and why their relationship doesn't work because it was rushed. Let's move on to Finn. Now, if you remember the episode with Finn, he was upset that Bubblegum didn't like him the way he liked her. So instead of just fighting and killing monsters like Inami does or whatever he does, it's been a while, he pouts. He lays down in his room, upset, and he pouts. His best friend Jake tries to pull him out of it, but no good. And out of nowhere, Flame Princess comes out, and she's just sat on the roof. She's, listening for the whole thing. And I'm thinking, wait, did you guys just write her in for the plot? I'm thinking there's all these princesses, right, that are mentioned in Adventure Time, and then Flame Princess is not one of the princesses that have been mentioned until this very moment. And I was like, 3 questions. Who is this princess? How did she get on the roof? And where has she been all this time? No questions are asked. So she accidentally tries to cheer him up, and she burns his picture of Bubblegum. He gets pissed and goes after her. She burns down a nearby village, and Finn, being the hero, has to save the village. But he can't beat her, so Jake's like, I got an idea. I'll put some fireproof armor on you. You have to stop her. Or she's gonna burn down the whole village. Now she can't. When they first meet, she can't control powers. Because her powers. I think they act out of her bad temper. The more angry she gets, the more out of control she is. I mean, she learns to control them more in the future, but when they first meet, it's a completely different story. So he falls, he beats her, and he puts her out, but he feels bad. And she says to him as a warning, you need to stay away from me. And then he realizes, oh wow, I really, really like her. Episode 2 comes on, and he's in love with Flame Princess, like truly in love with her. He really loves Flame Princess. He can't get her out of his head how much he loves her. He tells Bubblegum, and she's kind of like, are you on your mind? She's a Flame Princess. She can kill you. He's like, no, she's good. You just have to see it for yourself. She's a good person. And she's still trying to figure out her powers, and she accidentally gets herself down to the core. And if she reaches far enough, she can blow up the entire Earth, which is kind of dark. And I was like, wow, okay. So Finn's like, well, what do I do? She says, I'll just put her out. He says, no, it's not gonna work. She's too hot for you to handle. Not speaking metaphorically. I'm just word for word. She has to die. Cut off her oxygen supply, and the flames will go out, and she'll die. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. It's disgusting. She's like, you have to, or the whole planet blows up. She says, no, I'll find a way. I always do. So him and Jake form a team to, put her out any way they can. She's like, put me in the tinfoil, I'll put her out. She's like, okay. So he pulls on the hole, and he closes the hole up. He goes, hurry, Finn, I don't think I can, stretch out for long. He grabs her. He just manages to grab her before she even hits the core. And she stops breathing because he got to the air supply. Now, as you notice the episode, that Bubblegum, who's supposed to be a scientist, has a grim, evil look on her face. Like, good, if he cuts off her supply long enough, he can kill her and she'll stop. And Jake's like, that's messed up even for you, princess. So he pulls her out, and she stops breathing, and he gives her mouth to mouth, and he saves her. And she goes, you saved me. Why? Now, Finn, being the human he is, he's a shy guy. I get it. And he goes, well, I didn't want you to die. I like you. And they fall for each other. Bubblegum, if you remember the journal, goes back and says, me and Finn forever. She goes, ah, so you're jealous of her, huh? She says, no, she could have easily wanted to have the money. It's like, you're jealous. It's like, shut up. And the episode ends there. Now, of course, there's more to the episode, but yeah. But then the episode goes on for years later, and they've been together for 3 years in the timeline. But in reality, on our timeline, they've only been together for probably 4 episodes in. And he has a dream of her fighting the Ice King, and the owl guy, I don't know his name, I can't remember his name, tells him, oh, if you have the Ice King fight her, it'll be funny. Just do it for it's a running gag. It'll be funny. So he listens to the enemy, and he has Flame Princess fight the Ice King, who he tells the Ice King that she's talking to her, and that's what sets him off. He doesn't like her because, well, she's the Flame Princess and Fire Ice don't really mix, and I think either he attacks her first, and she defends herself out of the fence, and they fight for like a short while, and then afterwards the fight stops because he realized what he did was wrong, and Ice King goes, dude, really? That was dumb, even for you. When you're getting lecture from the Ice King, you know that Finn's in trouble. I was like, oh my god, why did you do that? Why did you listen to the owl when you know he's nothing but mischief and causes you nothing but pain? It's like, look, it was just a joke. I wasn't trying to cause any trouble. I just wanted to see whatever issue would fight against the Ice King. And then they break up. Oh, that episode pissed me off. Pissed me off really bad. The fact that he listened to the mystical owl was stupid, but the fact that he goes through all that trying to save her own life and then messes it up of what the owl tells him. Finn, you are, at that point, a goddamn sip.